Is Darren Till the biggest disappointment in MMA? Once hailed as Britain's brightest star, Till's hasty rise to the top came crashing down faster than anyone expected when he bit off more than he could chew. From red-hot prospect to a cautionary tale, here's how the gorilla went from hero to zero in a few years. Darren Till started his MMA journey in 2013, and within 2 years, he bagged 12 wins to earn his ticket to the UFC. Even in the world's top MMA promotion, he continued to impress with his size, agility, and power, securing 5 wins in 6 fights in 3 years, most notably against Donald Cerrone and former title challenger Stephen Thompson. By 2018, Till was an absolute star back home in England, and owing to his growing popularity, the UFC decided to fast-track him to a title shot against Tyron Woodley, who was the company's most hated champ at that time. In fact, Woodley was disliked to the point that the UFC allegedly forced him to accept the fight.
But he felt like he was kind of pressured into this fight. So he said, you know what? I'm going to keep my mouth shut and I'm going to show the world what I'm made of.
Knowing that the UFC brass was rooting for him to win, Till talked the talk.
So I'm the best welterweight in the division. Respect as the champion, but that doesn't change anything. You know, I'm still coming to knock him clean out on September 8th.
I need the best Tyron, because I'm going to beat the best Tyron.
Inside the cage, Till was made to eat his words when Woodley rocked his brain cells and then choked him out with a DARS to ruin Dana and company's after party.
Have you spoken to Dana White?
Oh, I haven't spoken to him yet. Did he already come in here?
No.
He left. No, I haven't talked to him.
Till was disappointed, but not broken.
I am still going to be the greatest, I know that. You know, I just spoke to Woodley backstage and he's lost. John Jones has lost, George St. Pierre's lost. All the greats have lost. And you know, that's my first loss tonight, and you know, it just, right now, I'm still okay, but I'm just upset.
You know what stings just as much as losing an MMA fight? Realizing that most of you enjoy our videos without hitting that subscribe button. Therefore, show us some love and smash that subscribe button now, so we keep the grind alive. Now, despite the crushing defeat against Tyron Woodley, the UFC still had faith in Darren Till as they handed him another main event spotlight, this time against Masvidal at UFC London in 2019. All Till had on his mind was a title shot with a win over Masvidal.
I'm number 3, so if all goes well on Saturday and I beat Jorge, does that one the title shot? I'll campaign for it. You know, people need to remember that I did not campaign for my title shot against Woodley. It was given to me. You know, this time if I campaign the right way, maybe I get it.
Till started the fight exactly like he should have, stalking Masvidal and putting the pressure on him. The Brit even dropped Masvidal, but Gamebred used all his experience to recover and then come back to deliver one of the nastiest knockouts in UFC history. The loss was a major blow for Darren Till, both in and out of the cage, as it seemed to spiral him into chaos. On April 18th, 2019, just a month after his loss to Masvidal, Till found himself in serious trouble in Tenerife when he was asked to leave a hotel but trashed his room in frustration. To make matters worse, he and a group of friends stole a taxi while the driver was loading their luggage into the trunk. The Brit's reckless behaviour led to him and 4 others being charged with property damage and unauthorised use of a vehicle. They were slapped with fines totalling around $15,000.
When you got at the jail in Tenerife, how long were you in for?
4 days.
How was that?
I'll tell you what, mate, I hope I never go to jail.
With back-to-back losses piling up and a brush with the law tarnishing his reputation, Darren Till's once bright star began to dim. Struggling with mounting pressure and weight-cutting issues, he decided to make a move to middleweight, hoping it would solve his problems. The change brought him a brief glimmer of hope as he eked out a split-decision victory against Kelvin Gastelum. However, what came next was a test unlike any he had faced before in the shape of Robert Whittaker.
I match up so much better against him than he does with me because my biggest threat, there's too many of them. I have so many dangerous shots, I'm so creative, I have so many angles I can exploit. He's got his left hand, that's all he's got.
Heading into the fight, Till had a title shot on his mind all over again.
I didn't campaign for a title shot after I beat Stephen Thompson in Liverpool because it didn't quite feel I deserved it. But now, if I beat Robert Whittaker Saturday, which is a big ask and a big mountain to climb, you know, the only fight for me, you know, I say Israel Adesanya a lot, but you know, them two, him and Costa are scheduled to fight. The only fight for me is a title fight.
The fight between the two warriors was an absolute barnbuster, but Whittaker used all his experience and skill to secure a comfortable decision win against the British star.
But you know, it was a real good fight. I feel like I won it. I feel like we both won the fight. I'm not saying I feel like I won it. We both won. It was a clinically great match.
After such a steep fall, Darren Till found himself back at square one, forced to rebuild his career from the ground up. To prove he still belonged among the elite, he had to go through a daunting challenge in Derek Brunson.
Let's just get one thing straight. I'm here to fucking fight, and I'm gonna fight Saturday. That's all I'm here for.
Heading into the fight, Till had a stern message for his foe.
This is not disrespecting anyone, but I ain't no Kevin Holland and I ain't no Shabazan. Like, I'm a different animal coming in there Saturday. I've got fight IQ. I'm getting more ferocious with age, and it seems like he's getting better with age. I mean, I know he's 37, 38, but he seems like Blonde Brunson is the man, mate. Like, so, you know, I'm prepared for Saturday, mate. I've done all my work, I've done all my pads, all my sparring, and I'm ready for whatever comes.
Till wasn't ready, unfortunately, as on fight night, Brunson manhandled him before cutting off his blood supply with a rear naked choke. The loss was so devastating for Till that even his opponent felt bad for him.
He beat me fair and square, and just hurt a little bit because, like, I mean, I don't want to disrespect Brunson by saying this, but I just feel like I lost to a man who I should never lose to. Like, I'm a better fighter than Brunson. And
I feel bad for Till. You know, I actually like the guy. You know, I feel he's like a badass kid. You know, say he's like edgy things on Twitter, Instagram, but I think overall he's like a good person. You know what I mean? He's like really funny. You know, so yeah, I think the guy can, you know, pull it together. It's small things. You know, he's really explosive, really good on the feet. He has really good feints, very confident. It's just the small things that he need to adjust, you know.
The small tweaks that Brunson's talking about needed a tremendous amount of discipline from Till, which he never really showed, and that was visible against Dricus du Plessis in December 2022.
We've seen the best in the world in Darren Till, and we've seen the worst of him. And I do believe Darren Till has everything that it takes to be a champion, but not at middleweight.
As I said, South African's a nice guy, so I'm not even going to beef with him. He's a nice kid.
We'll see Saturday night. I'm not so nice, you know?
No, of course. In the fight, you're a nasty guy, but here, you're a nice guy. You're a nice South African guy, so I love you, lad.
Despite the camaraderie they shared on the microphone, it was all business inside the cage as Till and Dricus du Plessis went at it with full intensity, trading blows and battling for dominance. However, DDP's relentless pressure and raw strength became too much for Till to handle as he was submitted in the third round. After their bout, DDP revealed why Till was suffering one loss after another at middleweight.
I'm not being hating on Darren Till at all. I have all the respect in the world, but he is not strong enough or big enough to fight at middleweight.
That was the final nail in Till's MMA coffin as he requested his release from the UFC in early 2023 to pursue celebrity boxing. It's fair to say that Darren Till's career has taken a dramatic nosedive, which